Hello, who's I? Diaz Dizazter, testing Kingdom Come Deliverance. Physics overhaul. Take a number for quadrillion 300,567,000,000. It has been an eternity of a fucking Groundhog Day. Why haven't you loaded yet? The last game, I tried to enter the game with no physics turned on. Things went poorly. Yes, very, very, very poorly. On the bright side, I did get to see up Henry's nose. So, there's always that. Look on the bright side. At least you may go blind by looking at the sun, which is equal to being in the dark because you can't see either way. Jesus, if that ain't some Zen, I don't know what is. Oh, why haven't you loaded yet? I have a shader pack. I have no idea where I got it from. Unfortunately, I cleared out my downloaded mods sometime in early July. Oh, okay. Well, we see Henry's ear and Henry's eyeball this time. So, this does not work. So, note to self, do not try to disable physics. It does not work. No, that one will work, but the animation use physics. You know, is there a... Yeah, I know that seems stupid. I've seen stupider things work during this project because I just don't know. I'm like the blind dude who looked at the sun and is now roaming around in the dark trying to figure out. I equate it to trying to, if you've ever made a puzzle, okay, you have this whole table full of puzzle pieces, and at least when you have a picture, you know what to work from. With this, I have never known what to work from, at all. No. Big Lana Kane, nope. Jazz hands. Well, anyway, I have never known at all what to look for. This has been entirely blind. There's a shit ton of files that exist, but they did not used to exist. Some of them have been pieced together from like several files. The whole hit reaction system is pretty much just put in by imagination. Having to reverse engineer a XML array function. What is going on? Come on now. Bruh, what you doing, bruh? Bruh! Okay, well, physics works because there's still trees and grass moving. Anyway, I have this shader mod. I have no idea where the fuck I got it. like I said, I cleaned out my mods in early July, the downloads, because I thought I put them on my external drive along with everything else I saved. In fact, no, I did not. So I'm sitting on this shader mod pack that I don't know where I got it, and for whatever reason or another, it does not exist anymore on the internet. It's just gone, poof. Okay, like this is like some drive-by You could see his fucking beard hair. Alright. You know how long that arrow has been stuck inside that sign? A very, very, very long time. Alright. George has absolutely no clue. What did you do, George? What did you do? What did you do, George? George has absolutely no idea what George has done. So, I thought I was going to be recording, but anyway, it's a really nice shader pack. It's like triples your load times usually. Yes, usually. This would probably be like my last set of butchering the poor town of Leticheco, though I might actually go out and find some bandits. And I want to find some deer and a pack of boars just to see if they are popcorny also. If they are, that will be great. Yes, popcorn sheep is a beautiful thing. Yes. The problem with a lot of things is I didn't understand the inertia system. I understood it backwards. So once I figured that part out, then the sheep started to bounce because they had a great deal more of inertia than what they previously had. Now, I've done the same thing with NPCs, and that hasn't worked. But it works with animals. Go figure. Why are you taking so long? Normally, it's just like boom, boom, in-game. You know, when I was 8, there's this guy who lived down the road. His name was Robbie Prather. He's like his father before him. They're both convicted sex offenders now. But he was a couple years older than me. He's who introduced me to Dungeons and Dragons, actually. This was back in like the early 80s, okay? Most of you people cannot even fathom what that timeline was. That timeline is gone, okay? I am a massive Mandela effectian persona. The world I knew is gone. Long gone. Did it ever exist? Fuck if I know. I know all kinds of things that happened that they're like, oh no, it didn't happen. You know, Grimace never wore a tie. Hamburger did. wonder if the MC iterations broke it. I actually started reading into that. Yeah, they're called. It's called a Monte Carlo a Monte Carlo iteration. It has to do with a lot of probability as far as what can and cannot happen. All said and done, it's actually pretty cool. Yes. Yesterday I was learning about the Gaussian projections. Yes. What a stupid fucking word. Let me just leave it at that. Yes. Because I started looking for unprojected stuff, and it led me to the mind fuck that is for the Gaussian projections, because I haven't done trigonometry or geometry since 1998, 1997, 1998, and 1999. And calculus, I was never good at calculus, okay? Fuck calculus. And I know that's what a lot of this stuff is. And the trig, I don't mind. I have a lot of practical experience with physics. Yes, lots of physics. I was a chocolate dude at a bakery for a couple years. I put chocolate on cookies. I had, by the time I was done, I hated chocolate. I hated cookies. In fact, I still do. I had 22,000 gallons of white chocolate that came from this place up in eastern Canada. I had 11,000 gallons of milk chocolate and another 11,000 of dark chocolate. In the time I worked there, I went through approximately 2.4 million gallons. That was where I got to learn about fluid dynamics for the most part. Chocolate is semi-newtonian. Yes, and it goes into doing flows and shakes and rattles and speeds, and it gets all funky dory. Was a lumberjack for a real long time, taking down trees. Yes, lots of trees. Yep. Actually, I got out of being a lumberjack. I took a bad hit from a 120-year-old dead oak tree that was as brittle as peanut brittle. That thing was just bad. We busted the top out of that thing. It popped off. The rope caught off at the top. It shouldn't have done, but you know, when you're dealing with physics, you have to go into Murphy's laws. Oh, he's in mega T-pose. Anyway, I took a branch, it shattered it about halfway up. Went off like a claymore mine. If you've ever had the pleasure of working with claymores, then you understand what that means. So it went off like a fucking bomb. Anyway, I ate some of it. I put 30 stitches in the top of my brain. Had a headache for 3 years straight. Lost. I couldn't even tell you how many memories I've lost. I've lost decades. And some of them do come back eventually. Yes. Some. Except if you have any understanding of the neurological effects of complex PTSD, then you realize that you can lose all the good memories that you want. The bad ones are still gonna suck you up. Yes, still going to suck you up. Because you can't get rid of them because they're stored into this particular portion of your brain, which has to deal with the amygdala and not the hippocampus region. Yes. Anyway. One more setting I wanted to change. I don't remember what the hell it was. Oh well. Anyway, I'm musing down memory lane while I try to unfuck the T-posed Henry. There are two types of autistics, if you didn't know. I'm a very high-functioning ASD1, amongst other neurological bits of fuckery. Yes, there are two types. There are the lucky people who spend their entire lives doing one thing, and they do it so great, so great. I've always been jealous of those types, you know, because they have the normal life, okay? They get to do the same thing for decades and be happy about it, you know? Yeah, I've known lots of them like that. Back when I played on the mud, there was this dude named BRH. His name was Brad. I don't remember what his last name was. Total geek and dweeb dude. He got his. He finished up his master's in accounting, and he worked at the same firm, accounting firm for. I don't know, he retired about 10 years ago. He was totally set when he did. Yeah, my wife is a mathematician. She's got a doctorate in algebra, actually. This is my friend's insulin monitor. Why the hell are you taking so long to load? You never take this long to load. Oh, shit. The second type of autistic people is like myself. I have dove into 10,000 things. Um, and some people say that they would rather be that type of than the ones who do the one thing. So I guess it's just the grass is greener kind of thing. I have done so much stuff. Yeah. Things people couldn't even dream of. I start telling stories and people just say, no, that couldn't happen, man. That's not real. You're making that up. And I'm like, no, dude. I know it's real. You know, I still suffer from the flashbacks and the memories. I know it's real, okay? You can't get it out of my fucking head. And that's a... What in the sweet fucking Jesus have you done, motherfucker? Probably because I initialized a system command after several other specific system commands. Nope, 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 nope. That shouldn't be though. I mean, it should just, I don't know. Let me oh, you know, I was going on about, I get distracted. The squirrel mode is just boom, boom, squirrel, 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 squirrel. Oh, look, squirrel. Oh, squirrel, squirrel. We have, yes, we have lots of fucking squirrels. Anyway, back in the early 80s, this is when you had all the infomercials on, you know, you could buy this, or this on TV because it was a limited time offer. And, you know, if you call now, we'll give you this for free. And if you order in the next 20 minutes, you'll get this for free also, you know. How do they know that the ad runs specifically at a specific time so you can call by 4:50 in the fucking morning to get a deal on it, you know? Anyway, they sell this indestructible pin. Okay, that's why I've always gone by the moniker of Diaz Dizazter, because I can fuck up the unbreakable pin, and I can fuck up a bowling ball with the unbreakable pin. And I did that. Alright. Nothing. I haven't checked it. in the fuck, dude? Did you break the actor's grip? No. I haven't changed anything else. No, none. None. Absolutely none. And even if I changed a script, it would have to activate in order to T-pose, which means that it's something in the animation system, which I have completely unfucked, so why isn't it starting, let alone taking so long to do it? Anyway, yes, I fucked up the unbreakable pin. She paid like $60 for this unbreakable pin, which back in the early 80s, $60 compared to today, that's a lot of fucking money. Alright, a lot. A ton, actually. Yes, a ton of money. And anyway, they got really pissed. See, now it's loading fine. I have no idea where I got this shader pack. I know I got it off the Nexus, except that for whatever reason, it is no longer on the Nexus. And it's not in my download folder. Oh, did you?
Hey, you! Don't move a muscle! Surrender! Christ. Hey, you! Oh!
Somebody help!
The physics on this are...
For fuck's sake! Christ!
Quick, there's a corpse there! Guys, help! There! Someone has been killed! Over there! Oh my god! There's a corpse!
Almighty! God, help! There! Someone has been killed!
God, help! There! Someone has been killed!
Yes, you. Praise the almighty horseradish. Horseradishes, onions, garlic, and pears. And they are like the absolute best things. I never got around to fixing potions. I need to. Shit. Somehow I fixed popcorn sheep. Fuck. Fuck. How the fuck did I fix popcorn sheep? That was, I didn't want to do that. No, I wanted that to be my last one, but I have to go find what I did to popcorn sheep. Because that shit will just not stand. I was really happy about popcorn sheep. Popcorn sheep are fucking cool. Except there's none of this stuff that got changed. I want my fucking popcorn sheet back. I mean, it would have to be that. Because none of this other stuff was even messed with. Why did you take my popcorn sheep? It has to be one of those three settings. Yep, it has to be. It's the only thing it could be. Yeah, there was nothing else that got messed with. I want my popcorn sheep. Damn it. Here, we'll just... I'll laugh at that. It actually could be. Yeah, I mean, it actually could be. Because it is a hit reaction when they're bouncing. Okay? Which means that they are actually generating velocity off of the hit reaction like they're supposed to. But because I fixed inertia, Yes, because I fixed inertia. And then yeah, it has to be a hit reaction. Except, why don't they... You know? That might be it. I love databases and scripting and tables and all that shit. You put me behind one of these and I'm just happy. My brain is just like boom, boom, boomity, boom, 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 boom. It is very good at sheep. That inertia only works on solid numbers, maybe? Not sure. Alright, let's give Mr. Sheep a try. What the hell? Oh. Oops. Yes, it's very soothing for me with stuff like this because it's just like permanent thinking. And, you know, I have what is available as far as like every bit of table and script and directory and what's in every directory, which ones all intersect with each other. I have got all that memorized anymore. Yeah, I don't have my edict. Well, it was partially edict memory. I used to. God, I miss that. I am probably going to step outside and scream soon. Alright, bang bang equals 9. I don't have to erase any of that. You know, I should probably disable the... I also get rather frustrated by this because I have no idea what's causing this fucking T-pose. Not specifically at any rate. Oh. That'll do it. I don't actually know what Physics Sim 2 is. It's always been on 3 and I've never bothered to mess with it. So, Batman. What else have I done? No, I've been all over the country. Yeah, worked on a cattle ranch as a ranch hand. That was the most beautiful place I ever. That was out in northwest Arizona. If you played Fallout New Vegas, it is just south of it was actually in walking distance. I'm not very good at thinking and talking at the same time. A lot of these people who do this shit, they're just like, oh, you know, blah, I'm gonna roll on a 20 kill bot rampage on Fortnite and continue to talk because I don't have to think. And buddy, let me tell you, I don't have that. It has to be a joint. It has to be a joint. Except I've been using all that shit turned off. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Jesus jumped up on a fucking pogo stick. This is a tool made by Altair. It's called KCD Pack Builder. All in all, it's probably saved me about 2 weeks in just sitting there and manually packing files. Yes. Yes. In fact, if I didn't have that, I probably wouldn't have modded as long as I have here. No. Let's see. Cattle ranch. Several factory jobs. Went to college twice now. Worked at a boat factory. Inventory control. Woohoo. The only reason I'm so really good at this is I've got about 15 years of C++, or C and C++ under my belt. Well, not, I have 15 years of C. I have several years of Object-C and C++, Java, JavaScript, Turbo Pascal, now XML and Lua. I also speak 3 languages, Chinese, Spanish, and English. I started playing, I got my first guitar in the summer of 1989. I paid $50 for it from a buddy. Got piano, bass. I used to be able to play a harmonica. I never liked the harmonica. You know, Bob Dylan, he rocks the harmonica. He'll sit there, play a tambourine on his foot, and do the harmonica and play the drum, or play the guitar at the same time. I can't do that. I mean, I could play and drum at the same time. I always like to do that. Yes, drumming is by far my favorite instrument. God. When I split from my first marriage, you know, you always say, well, people always say when they get divorced, I'm never getting married again. It took me 3.5 years before I got married again. I left behind 3 drum sets and 3 drum kits, one of which was a black 1997 9-piece pro kit with 2 bass drum, or 2 kick drums and 2 floor toms. I had a lot of money in that motherfucker. That was a valuable lesson. We have so much stuff we don't need. When I walked away, I left with a little bug-out bag and my acoustic guitar. I never went back for anything. Nope, I left. I said, fuck them all. I am not going to deal with that shit. So, that did not help. And he's got this most fucked up looking forehead I think I've ever seen. This is fucking embarrassing. I don't even want to know how long this thing has been on. I haven't fucking altered anything. Seriously. have not. Just don't. I'm going to throw my head up in despair pretty soon. Yeah, this is embarrassing. I'm also a writer. I have got this folder of songs written. Probably that thing. I also write science fiction. I haven't actually written science fiction in a long time. And it's one of the only things from my past life that I actually kind of miss. And I blame Lamictal for that. Because I started that, and pretty soon my writing just slowly disappeared. I mean, I still write for school, but what in holy shit did I change? I have changed it. I mean, there's just maybe targets you spines. I mean, that's not it. I mean, none of this shit's been fucking changed. Why is there T-pose going on? I mean, I don't mind it when, you know, NPCs T-pose. I can work around that. it is at this time that we go look for the magical file backup. Of course, the new settings are not in there. It doesn't matter. I mean, I've got like tons of file backups. Yay! Yay! I'm going to scream, deathly dream as I scream, because this is all just one fucking bad dream. Alright, well, there's some of it. This will work up until the time I decide to chase down one of the older ones. Shit, I might just leave it like this. I know this one works. Oh, I suppose I'm gonna have to just suck it up and lose and I hate to do that, but I'm just going to have to come back to this later because I have stuff to do. I've spent entirely way too long attempting to unfuck this. If you're familiar with the original physics file from this, yeah, okay. Yep, one last go. I hate to lose. I hate to look like an idiot. And I'm going to upload this just because I lost, but I've also talked. So, and I have not even made gratuitous use of the word fuck. Do you know how fucking wrong that is of me? And do I have a headache? Am I feeling well? Oh, what's a messenger? God damn it, my popcorn sheep better come back. Yes, my popcorn sheep better come back. Now I'm going to spend the entire... Alright, well, Okay, well, anyway, sadly, I need to go. At least I can. No, you know what? I gotta fix my fucking sheep. I'm really mad about my fucking sheep. Ground control to Major Tom. Yes, I have to fix popcorn sheep. Popcorn sheep are very important. That is something I'm going to leave in just because it says that physics works. It shows that physics work, and it is so fucking amusing. Yes, it's so amusing. Oh, BIP 01. You know, that might cause issues. Melee head end. BIP 01, update character. No, I don't even think that's really needed. I really don't. Because all it's really, it's not trying to call it as an event, it's just kind of trying to do it. BIP 01, BIP, BIP, bibbidi bip, 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 bibbidi bip, 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 bibbidi bip, 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 bip. No, let's back up at pelvis. Alright, we're head bind. Log AI, so add. Do you even look for? Alright, that is why it's trying to create it, because it's not actually here. Oh, yes, I hate to lose. That's why I've spent 3 months, my entire summer break between May and now. My classes start on Monday. The entire summer break between here and now, modding KCD. And just about everything I want is done, except for this fucking mod. Yes, I'm looking at you, physics. Yes. Yes, except for this mod. I might just like upload it anyway. The head pops aren't real critical. No, and they're not going to work on anything because a lot of stuff doesn't specifically have a head. And I'm starting to think that that might be the problem with her. The one I keep shooting in the head and keeps falling over dead and obliterating the entire world. You know, save the cheerleader, save the world kind of bullshit or something. I don't know. She's just like Nanny the housewife turns into thermal fucking apocalypse, you know? No. No. Alright, well, they're trying to, which means I can get my sheep back real soon. It's probably just a setting away. I really want to shoot you in the head. And I really should go shoot somebody else. But I can't help myself.
Hey, you! Don't move a muscle! Surrender! You've committed a crime and I'm arresting you. Is that all you've got?
Man, those dudes with polearms are just badass.
You'll get my fall. Come here to deliver. No! No!
Take that, dick. Alright, well, it didn't take the head, but it didn't crash. I'm not sure if that's a win or not. It's a lose because popcorn sheep are gone. Popcorn sheep. Alright, verifico. Undoubtedly, someone is up to no good. I have tried and tried and tried to give these stupid fuckers more morale. I ran him over. That will eventually get lowered. I like to have it in though, just because it's funny. Yes, just because it's funny. guess I should shoot a horse here. Not like it's a saving anyway. I butchered this place. Was his blood blue? Yes, I couldn't tell you how many times I butchered this place.
Watch out!
Yeah, the physics is right. The physics is all good. Mm-hmm. Nope. Nope. Oh, that's bullshit. Alright, I'm done. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Remember, you're nobody till somebody loves you. And for the 12,000th time, I love you. Because you need to hear it. Everybody needs to hear that they're beautiful also. It does funny things to people because a lot of people never hear it. So just remember that.